Hi everyone, good morning and welcome to Morning Mobility. Thank you for joining me here this morning. If you haven't taken a drink already, if you haven't had some water to hydrate your system, boost your metabolism, go ahead, get a glass or a bottle of water now and you can take a little drink as we go through the workout. Good important thing to drink maybe 250 mils of water within the first 30 minutes of waking up so that you can get your systems flowing. Hopefully you've had a great weekend and you're ready to go here. We're going to start today up on our feet and we're not going to waste any time. We're going to dive right into it. So as soon as you're ready, you've got your little drink of water at the side of you. From a standing position, we're going to take some nice deep breaths. So I want you to breathe in through your nose and then just let it go through your mouth. Breathe in deep. And let it go. Breathe in. And let it go. And we're just going to do some shoulder circles so we can move those shoulders forward. Big circles as round as you can get. Shrugging up by your ears. And then we'll do the same thing going backwards. Big rotations at the circle, at the shoulder. Breathing in as you shrug up. And then pull those shoulder blades down to your butt. Breathing out. And we'll work a little here at the neck. So look down, tuck your chin to your chest, move right, tip your ear to your shoulder, roll that head back, look up at the sky, tip to your left, ear to shoulder, bring that chin back to your chest, look up to the sky, look down, and we'll repeat, look left, ear to your shoulder, roll back, head to the sky, ear to your shoulder on the right, chin down in front, look up, look ahead, hand shake it off there. We're going some rotations here at the shoulder. It's nice to have a wall or something to lean on because it's going to allow you to put tension through the rest of your body to control your shoulder through full range. So with your hand down by your side, thumb leads the way, lift the arm up as high as you can, bicep at the side of your head, then start to turn that thumb inwards. And we make a big circle. The knuckles on your wrist, on your fist, are coming down, facing inside towards your pocket. Reverse, raise up as high as you can. Turn that thumb around, loop over, back in front. We'll do this 3 times on each side. So slow, like you're working your way through some thick cement. Control. Big rotation in. Remember, these are our controlled articular rotations, our cars. We're taking the body, we're taking the shoulder specifically through its full rotational range of motion, accessing every point of motion that you have. Remember, with mobility, it's a use it or lose it principle. So we want to make it a daily practice where we're accessing our full range of motion. And when you've done 3, maybe the shoulder starts to feel like it's getting a little tired. That's a good thing. That tells me you're using your nervous system and the musculature to control and own that end range of motion. Thumb turns in, big circle, knuckles to your pocket. reverse, get as high as you can, then you need to turn back to complete that circle. The rest of your body irradiate that tension. So if you're at the wall, press into the wall. We want to drive that nervous system up. High demand on control. Get some blood flowing, get some signals flowing from the brain to that shoulder joint. Shake it off when you've done your 3. We're going to do the same kind of thing with your hip. You can use the wall again to irradiate tension or to give you some support, but I will show you here from a standing position. I'm going to do my best not to fall over. You're going to raise one knee up as high as you can. So now my hip, use my wall here, my hip is under flexion. Now I'm going to externally rotate. I'm going to lift my heel to the sky. Now my hip is internally rotating. And I'm going to draw a big circle with my knee, bringing both knees together. Now I'm going to push back and up, open like a dog, peeing on a lamppost, back into external rotation, flexion, and down. We'll go again. If you need a little support, use it. Up, open, hip through full range. Heel to the sky. Big circle, knees together. Push back. Heel to the sky. Open, in front, and down. Same on the other side. So just 2 full rotations. Get these hips moving. Open. Heel to the sky. Big circle. Knees together. Please, please, please hold on to something if you need to. And I recommend that you do. I'm going to give you more control to the whole body. One more time. Up. Into flexion. I'm holding my arm out here as a counterbalance. Open, externally rotate, heel to the sky, big circle, knees together. Push back, heel to the sky. Open up, hip to the top, and down. Shake it off. While we're here now at the hips, I want us to go into a lateral lunge. If you're not sure of the distance, how far you should lunge, come into a little semi-squat position and then just take one leg out to the side. It's going to give you an idea of the distance and the spread between your feet. That is your range of motion. You should maybe start to feel a stretch already coming in to the inner thigh there. So this is what I want us to do, is take that step out, sit the hips back and down. So like there's a small stool behind you. And then we're going to stay below a very low ceiling and just glide from side to side. So a small little pause for 2 to 3 seconds and then glide the other way. Again, I'm using my arms here as a counterbalance. So allow me to keep my chest up. You can see all my logos, ensuring I've got good posture. And I can sit low. We're just going to glide and pause. Feet stay flat on the ground, toes pointing straight forward. Breathe in, and as you move, breathe out into that next stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Opening up still here at the hips. Two more each side. Slow and controlled, as relaxed as you can be. We don't want to bob up and down between our positions. Remember, if we're below that low ceiling, you bump your head. And then we can stand it up. Shake it off in between all these reps. We're going to go for a crossover lunge, or a curtsy lunge, sometimes called. So you're going to step one leg back and behind the other. I'm trying to keep my torso, so my shoulders, pointing straight forward as I lower myself down. Maybe you feel a little stretch here on the outside of that butt cheek. Pop back to the top, the same the other way. Behind and across, everything faces forward, back to the top. So now you're working on the outside of that hip joint into a little dynamic stretch here. Pause and up. This is giving us, again, good control. Said it a few times over the last week. Mobility and stability come together. We want to be strong in our ranges of motion. We want to be able to control our positions, even at extreme and end range for a joint. One more each way. And shake it off. A little bit of a balancing exercise again. Mobility and stability going together. I want you to drop down to a semi-squat, grab a hold of your knee and your shin, and then push the ground. Get as high and as tall as you can. Then switch. We'll just do 3 each side. Low to high. Pull that knee in tight to your chest, but your focus is more on getting tall than it is pulling your knee in. So we're getting some separation here between our 2 thighs effectively. Some of you with restrictions at the hip flexor may start to feel a stretch here on the front of your thigh. Drop and lift. Drop and lift. While we're here in this position, arms out to the side, we're going to go into our aeroplane. Knee comes up under control, and now I'm going to push that leg back. I'm going to get as long as I can. Again, not how low you can go, how long you can go. Up and back. Last week we did 3. Can we stay in balance on that leg now for 5 reps without putting this foot to the ground? There's a stretch here on the hamstring. So we're starting today with movement. We're going to end on the ground with some more static holds. So a reverse of where we were last week. Getting the body moving, getting the heart rate up, get everything flowing, get the blood going. 5 to the other side. Long, not low. Knee up, push back. And relax there. When you've done your 5, we go into a 3-way lunge series. So movement 1 is to step forward. Hand comes outside that front thigh. Pull your body around, rotate. Back to the middle, back to the top. That same leg that went forward, steps back. I tuck my tail under, reach my fingertips up to the sky. Back to the middle. That same leg steps out sideways. I shoot my Spider-Man web across my thigh. If I can, I rotate a little bit more in that top position. Back to the middle, repeat the other way. Forward, across, rotate. Middle, up, back. Tail tucks under, fingertips to the sky. Hip flexor comes under a little stretch as well. To the middle, same leg out to the side. Spider-Man web, rotate a little more if you can. One more each side. Forward, across, rotate. Middle, back, tail, reach. To the side, Spider-Man, rotate. Last time, forward, hand, rotation. Step back, tuck your tail, fingertips to the sky. Step in, step sideways, reaching across. Back to the middle and relax. Place your feet shoulder width apart. Nice deep breath in. We breathe out. Want you to guide yourself down. Grab a hold of your big toes. Pull your hips down. Notice my arms track inside my thighs. And pulling my hips as low as can be. From this position, with your back staying flat, lift your butt to the sky until those hamstrings have a little stretch. Then pull yourself back down to deep squat. Do 2-second pause at the bottom. Slow rise. 2-second pause at the top. 5 times. Already done 2, 3 more. Deep squat. Up into hamstring stretch. Deep squat. Up into hamstring stretch. Last one. Just raise one arm, raise the other arm, stand back up. Hopefully those hips now, they're starting to feel a little bit more mobile. Feet a little narrower, around hip width. We're going to hand walk forward, then go into a Spider-Man position. So if you follow me, keeping your legs as straight as you can, walk the hands out. So you're in a push-up position. From here, bring one foot outside your hand. Now typically we go elbow in and rotate on the front side. Today we are going to rotate on the open side. So where you have that straight leg, roll your shoulder back and then reach. Elongate your body on one side. Hand down, foot back, downward dog position. Walk those hands back in. Peel to the top. Repeat. Hand walk forward. Push-up position. Foot outside your hand. You'll see it better this side. And rotating on the side where I have the straight leg. And reaching up overhead. Back down. Foot back. Downward dog. Hands come through. 2 more. One each side. Hand walk. Spider-Man. Open side rotation. Reach overhead. Downward dog. Walk the hands back. Squeezing your heels into the ground. Last time. Hand down. Foot back. And walk it back in, squeezing your heels into the ground. Doing good. Shake it off. This kind of mobility gets your heart rate up as well. Feels like a little bit of a workout. Next, you might need a cushion. If you have a chair, a sofa, we're going to use that to get our stretch all through the front side of the body, through the front side of your thigh. So we're going to take this down a notch. Place your foot onto your sofa or onto your chair. If you don't have that available, you can do the same thing here with your hand. We're going to go into this couch stretch. So if we start in a nice comfortable position, I'm not really feeling any stretch, roughly 90 degrees at the front side. I want to tuck my tail under again and then get my torso as upright as possible. We only want to take this to the first point of tension. So I'm not going to force a stretch. I'm just going to get to this point where it starts to feel like there's a bit of tension there. I'm just going to breathe in a relaxed way for about 5 to 10 seconds. And what you should feel over that 10 seconds is that tension starts to dissipate, starts to go away. That's the point where you can go a little deeper by sitting back some more, tucking your tail under a little more aggressively. And we repeat. We'll do this 3 times. So we're holding it for about 30 seconds. Hopefully you've been holding it there the whole time I was talking as well. We're into that last 10-second hold. And with this one, if you do want a little bit more, you can drive the heel of your hand up to the sky, not fingertips, the heel of your hand, because that works to extend the fascial line on this side of the body, and you'll feel a difference. You'll feel that accentuate the stretch. Let's switch sides. Comfortable position to begin with, and then just take your body back into that first point of tension. So nice deep breaths. When it starts to dissipate, ease away. Just lean back some more, torso more upright, tuck your tail more aggressively. Another 10 seconds in the same stretch. And then if you need, again, to add some more, drive the heel of your hand, extend that fascial line, accentuate the stretch. Okay, we can come away from the sofa. We're going to take it down to the ground into a pigeon stretch, common in yoga. Cross one leg under your body. Then you're going to slide the other one back, trying to keep that back leg as straight as can be. From this position, keeping your chest up so we're not curling into the ball. Just going to drive and bow forward, pushing your butt back a little to get the stretch into the hip. Same rule applies. You just take it to the first point of tension. We're going to hold it there, some nice relaxing breaths until that tension eases away. And then guess what? You can bow a little bit deeper. So that's the muscle, that's the tissue relaxing, allowing you to sink into a greater range of motion. And one more time. Maybe go a little bit deeper, closer to the ground. Some of you with more mobile hips than myself, maybe we're going all the way to the floor now. Don't do it at the expense of a nice position in your spine, however. And then slowly rise back up, and we'll repeat on the other side. That leg goes under your body. Back one reaches back, so I'm sitting the hip to the floor. And then as I breathe out, just sinking down into that first point of tension. This hip, so the one on the open side, try and make sure it still points to the ground. If I had a laser pointer, it's going to the floor and not opening up. Laser pointers to the ground. And that tension goes away, you can bow a little deeper. And then you can slowly rise back to the top. Hands and knees, quadruped position. We can sit our hips down to our heels and then walk the hands forward. So crawling those fingertips as far overhead as you can get. Now I'm going to walk them one side. So I'm getting a little bit of a turn through my spine and a stretch in my lats. So the muscle at the side of your back. But I'm getting it on this side because I'm walking towards you guys. Couple of seconds, hold. And then walk it the other way. Take it to where you feel that stretch. The lats here, the back of your armpit. Then back to the middle, back the other way. Staying low. Staying low as fingertips, reached overhead. Reach overhead. Reach it around the side. Back to the middle. We'll do 3 total each way. So we go 1 more each side. And rise it back up. Last movement here in the session this morning. From our kneeling position, we're going to go into a bear hold position. So like I would bear crawl, but I'm just going to hold with my knees hovering just off the ground. I'm going to swing one leg underneath my body and hold that straight. So now I've got bent leg, straight leg. I'm going to push the ground to drive my hips to the sky and reach back overhead. But back down, hovering to the ground. Swing that leg back underneath to your bear position. The opposite leg goes underneath your body. Push up. Reach back up overhead. Just 3 each side. Bear hold. Swing. Push and reach into bridge with overhead. Down and under. Bear hold. Under to bridge with overhead. 1 more each side to wrap it up. Bear to bridge with overhead. Last time. and relax. Guys, I hope you feel a little bit better. If you're not doing anything more after this and you're getting straight into your day, enjoy it. Keep taking periodic breaks throughout the day to get a little few movement snacks. Take a break away from the desk. I know many of you will be jumping right on now to Denise's grit session. Hopefully your body feels a little bit more ready. If you don't know about this, 8 a.m., head to our channel. Denise is on there with grit. It's a high intensity interval cardio based session. If you're doing it, I hope you enjoy it. If you're not, I hope you enjoy your day anyway. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We'll see you again soon.